Hey everybody, before this week's show starts, I wanted to remind you I have a new video podcast called the Tag Team Talent Podcast. That's the Tag Team Talent Podcast, available on YouTube and Spotify, where I share videos of all the comics you've been listening to all these years. So if you get a chance, check out the Tag Team Talent Podcast right away.
This is another episode of Stand-Up Comedy, your host and MC, celebrating 40-plus years on the fringe of show business. Stories, interviews, and comedy sets from the famous and not so famous. Here's your host and MC, Scott Edwards.
Hey, thanks for joining us for another show here at your host and MC. This one we're going to do a little bit different. I'm going to tell a few stories from back in the day. Then a little bit later, you're going to hear me as an MC for a few minutes, and then we have a great opening act, Dave Schuber. And later in the show, we have a treat, a special set from Dana Carvey and his band. I'll give you more information about that later. But first, let's get started. So while operating a comedy club, I had the opportunity to interact with several celebrities over the years, and I wanted to share a few stories. One of the most intriguing is about Tom Hanks, and I don't need to tell anybody out there who Tom Hanks is, but this was kind of interesting. In the year we opened Laughs Unlimited, 1980, I got a call from Tom Hanks, who was from the Sacramento area. He actually went to University of California, Davis, and he was currently doing a TV show called Bosom Buddies. And one of the episodes, he was supposed to help the restaurant he was working with add some entertainment by doing some stand-up comedy. Well, Tom, as we all know now, is a genius actor. But back then, he'd never done stand-up comedy before, and he contacted me and asked if he could do a few guest sets and kind of get a feel for a comedy stage. I actually didn't know Tom at the time, but having a star of any TV show of any kind on stage was certainly a plus for the club. So, of course, I said yes. He showed up over 3 different nights and did sets. After each, we would chat a bit and talk about the pros and cons of his sets, kind of giving him an idea of how to do his performance for Bosom Buddies. And after each of the shows, we chatted a bit, and I would have a chance to share my 2 cents on his presentation. Plus, he had the opportunity to work with other professionals and see how they did it. He was really friendly, a total professional, and later I taped and watched the show in which he did some stand-up comedy and recognized the set he did. It was rewarding at the time, even though I had no idea where that TV role would lead such an extraordinary talent like Tom Hanks. And that was my one and only interaction with Mr. Hanks, but it was certainly a great and memorable time. Another famous comic and television star was Soupy Sales. And I should background this by explaining that my dad's got an amazing sense of humor. And of course, being older than me, yeah, he's my dad, he was really tied into the guys that were doing comedy before the big push of stand-up comedy of the 80s and 90s. And so Soupy Sales, Pat Paulson, and other talent like that were somebody my dad looked up to and always enjoyed. So I did get a chance to actually book Soupy Sales. It was really exciting. I brought him in to work for a long weekend, which is basically a Thursday through Sunday. And he was famous from his early TV shows and other appearances. And he was famous in those days for throwing pies in the faces of his guest when he had his own variety show. It was really interesting. So during the visit, I had arranged a press party at a local auto dealership. And this was great for the club on several levels. We got promotion money from the auto dealership. We got a chance to get Soupy Sales on a location where we were able to do a press event. We had the press come out. And Soupy, made some jokes about selling cars, and it went over really well. But the real highlight of this interview in this time with Soupy Sales was right at the end. He hit me in the face with a pie. It was great. It was all on camera. The press loved it. And it tied right into what everybody knew Soupy Sales was known for, which was throwing pies at his favorite friends. Anyway, Soupy Sales was older then and very gracious. He enjoyed the fanfare that we afforded him. His act was a little old school, but the crowd that came to see him knew him, and loved seeing a comedy classic. And that was my experience with Soupy Sales. It was really amazing. Hey, right now I'm going to share with you some stand-up comedy. Our opening act today is Dave Schuber. He was out of the Bay Area. But before his set, you'll notice a few minutes of me as MC. This is from back in 1983, and you can kind of hear what it was like for me as a young man. I was 28 at the time and new to comedy on stage, and some of the kind of set bits I did as an MC. Hope you enjoy it. So right now, let's sit back and enjoy a little comedy from San Francisco, David Schuber.
Nice to have you with us. Two pretty young ladies, couldn't get dates, sitting up here by themselves. It's nice to have you with us. How you doing, huh? You don't like me? Well, that's okay. A lot of people are right with you. How you? You guys married over here? No, just using each other. Nice to have you with us. Kind of a common thing these days, huh? What else? Flowers on the stage? Is that an Easter flower or just a flower because you're hoping to get lucky tonight, or just nice flower? It's not even your flower. It is. It's yours. Okay. He doesn't seem to. He looks kind of pissed about it. I don't know. The charge. I can see you care about it a lot. It's sitting up here getting stepped on and stuff. That's nice. We do have a full bar. We have a new menu. This is great. Be sure to check this out. The Not So Macho Nachos. Chef Tomaine working very hard back in the kitchen with the cow sandwiches and the bird sandwich and the mystery sandwich. That's a good one. The Yolks on You salad sandwich is no longer here. It never was here, and we don't know why it's on the menu. The Thunderbird half bottle. A very special thing to order. However, we're out of it. So too bad for those people that can afford $1.38. And the quesadillas are new. Those are good. People are talking about those up and down the street and the alley all the time. What else is going on? We have a great show. Let me tell you about it. Our featured act tonight. You may have seen him. He was on TV all last year in a major series called One of the Boys with Mickey Rooney. He was the co-star of that series. A very funny young man. Having a nice round of applause. Dana Carvey is here tonight. Yes, indeed. Dana Carvey. Let's hear it. Yeah. What an exciting, vibrant crowd. Nice to have you with us. How many birthdays? Do we have any birthdays here tonight? And isn't there one? All right. Right here, too? They got like a group of 10 people here and a group of 10 over there, and you're out with him. What an exciting birthday, huh? What's your name? Okay, and we got a birthday here. Marlene. And Lenny Allen. Alan Lenny. Isn't there one back there? Isn't that what all the gifts were for? Or did somebody just get pregnant or what? Did you see is it a birthday? Well, whose birthday? Sheila. By the way, we always recommend you come early or end up in the shitty seats like in the back there. No. Well, Sheila, happy birthday. Your balloons are fine. The cake was great. Okay, well, the cake was good. I don't know about that. I mean, I get that back. Kay, Sheila, Marlene, and Alan Lenny. Lots of birthdays here tonight. Well, how many people? Big crowd here now. How many people want to sing happy birthday to these folks, huh? How many people don't want to sing happy birthday to these folks? Yeah. Oh, tough shit, gang. Enjoy your happy evening. By the way, please take care of your lovely waitresses. This is Mary here at Laughs Unlimited. She's the head waitress. She earned that title. Tip her well. About to go down in the front row. There she goes, Mary the head waitress. Was I lying? Look at that. Best tips of the... She's pissed at me now. Anyway. We hope you sit back and relax and have a good time and just keep that energy level where you got it right now. We're going to have a lot of fun. Our first act tonight is from San Francisco originally, now working out at the Comedy Store in Southern California. Did us a big favor. He's a regular here at Laughs Unlimited. Usually is the very, very funny second act here, and he came up as a special treat because our first act kind of didn't show up on Tuesday, so we replaced him. And this guy's real funny. Let's have a nice round of applause. Our first act tonight, Dave Schuber, right here. Big round of applause. This guy, Dave Schuber. Yeah, let's hear it, right here.
Let's hear for Scott Edwards, your MC. Hey. He's a nice guy. Hi, I'm the replacement. No, my name is David Schuber, like Scott said, because that's my name. And I have a car. Thanks. And, now, if you have a car, though, you probably hate when this happens when you're driving, because, okay, you're driving along, you come to a stop sign, and you're stopped, and there's someone waiting across the road, okay, so you're stopped, and they'll start going, okay, but then they see you, so they stop, okay, so you start going, then they start going, like, you stop, and then they stop. So you go like this, no, you go. And they go, no, you go. I'm just trying to do them a favor. No, you go, no, you go. Finally you say, like, you go, then they go, then you run them over. Don't you hate when that happens? Nothing, this makes me mad, is like when you're at a house with a group of people, and there's a young couple there, and they have a baby. They'll say this, they'll say, you mind if we change a baby's diaper here? Like in front of everyone in the room? Yeah. Hey, I don't mind at all. You mind if I spit up a phlegm ball? I moved into this neighborhood. I wasn't sure what kind of neighborhood it was, but like outside my apartment, there's this man attacking this woman. And I felt really bad, I couldn't just sit there and do nothing, so I got this big stick that was in my place, and I went up there and I hit the person with it, And because I knew it would diminish his sex drive if she was unconscious. I really didn't do that. It was, just set it for a joke. But you ever wonder how those guys get their jobs that work in that movie theater concession stands? Hey, are you a fast worker? No. Well, can you add and subtract real fast? Well, do you have acne? Oh, yeah. Okay, you're hired. Must be, I don't know. Actually, in the theaters, they don't have cartoons before the movies anymore, and this pisses me off. I like a cartoon. So, what I want to do I want to do a cartoon for you. Actually, this is a scene from almost every other cartoon you've watched. All right, partner, this here bullet's got your name on it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Thank you. I made it myself. My dad showed me how. I got into comedy because I didn't go to college, and actually I couldn't go to college because I couldn't find those cinder blocks to make bookshelves out of. I said, hey, I got the milk crates for records, come on. Wouldn't let me in. But I know, so performing at night in clubs, sometimes the small talk will encompass the meanings of names. I say, what's your name? Oh, David. And they say, David means beloved. And it's real corny, but it starts a conversation. It works because, like, names all mean good things. If you look up in a name dictionary, they have positive definitions. And I thought if names had derogatory meanings, the whole scene would change. Hey, what's your name? Arnold. Yeah, Arnold means butt licker. Kind of different. Any Arnolds here? Me. Yeah. This guy is waiting. Oh, you're just fixing your hair. But another thing I want to share with you. When I was little, I used to get in a lot of fights in grammar school. So what I did, I learned how to defend myself by watching cartoons. It worked. Like some guy would come up, some bully hit me. I'd go. He'd run away. Thought I was weird. As I was talking about the way I looked before, it's hard for me, because I got the curly hair, some freckles and stuff. I can't see myself going out with certain types of women. I can't see myself going out with these women that are like 60 years old. They're like, I can't, and they're like hanging around in bars. They're always in the corner with a short little cigarette, nicotine stains on their fingers, button-on earrings and smeared lipstick, and they got that leathery skin, their wig's kind of crooked, and they're like drinking and cussing, telling dirty jokes. They got that raspy voice from drinking and smoking too much. Rah, 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 rah. Goddamn, rah, 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 fuck, rah, rah. And I just can't see, hey, Mom, meet my new girlfriend. Nice to meet you, goddammit, rah, rah, rah. At Easter dinner, yeah, pass the turkey, won't you, Dave, honey? Turkey, fucking turkey, yeah. Dead bird. Cranberries, cram them up your ass. No, my mom's not like that at all. My mom's also not like the stupid mothers you see in television commercials. You know, the little kids there. What? Cool Whip instead of mashed potatoes? Oh, Mom, you retard. Then we used to, like, in school, they used to make us run around the field. I never got this. You know, it's like, the coach would make these little kids, you know, run around this field and always be yelling, you know, run, Schuber, run! Like, and I wouldn't run, you know. And, like, the guys really into it would be running, then some of the slower guys, then, like, the fat guy and me. So that's how much I hated running. I'd rather keep the fat guy company because we shared the same philosophy on life, and that was that the coach sucks, you know. So I'd be there walking, you know, run, Schuber, fat guy, Schuber, run! I don't really mind running, but the only reason I didn't run was because I loved watching the coach lose, you know. Move it, get the lead out! Move it, run! Run! He's in a rubber room now somewhere. Why didn't Schuber run? Why didn't he run? They let him out to teach English, so it's okay. You ever hear of a dog napping? Now what this is where they'll kidnap a dog, hold it for ransom till the owners pay up. Now, like, works in a city when they take someone's pedigree dog that's worth a lot of money. And I always thought if they took some farmer, mangy old dog, he'd probably just, like, goof off with the abductors when they called for the ransom money. Hello? What? You got my dog? You're holding Bruiser ransom? Well, I don't care. No, I don't care. What? $300 for Bruiser? Well, before you buy him, yeah. Hey, you know how I got Bruiser? It was when it was raining cats and dogs. Yeah, he's the only one that didn't squish when he hit the driveway. Yeah, we're talking big old dog. What? You got him drugged. If they don't cooperate, you're going to put him to sleep. Hey, you know the pound tried that once. Yeah, he's really grouchy when he wakes up. I warned you, he's waking up now. Yeah. He's... Your partner's going to hit him with a baseball bat. Hey, ate your baseball bat, didn't he? Oh, no, ate your partner. That must be cycle 7 for big old dogs. What? Yeah, you know Bruiser's pretty in two ways. Pretty angry and pretty likely to stay that way. Yeah, that's angry, not angry. Yeah. What? Well, he's going for seconds, so watch out. Hello? Hello? Oh, hello, Bruiser? Good. Yeah, you come home now. Hey, you got their wallets? Good boy. Bye. You know what? Like, I have a bad memory, like a memory this bad, like a bad memory. And it's scary sometimes if you have a bad memory. The other day I was at home and I was reading a book. And I decided to go to the store. Okay, so I went to the store, and I came back, and I was reading the book, and all of a sudden, like, my apartment door's opening. I think some strange guy's coming in my house, you know, but then I remembered that I went to the store, and it was just me coming back, so... And I used to, I like saying used to real fast, used to, like to talk to inanimate objects. You know, objects that are inanimate, like inanimate objects. And people thought I was crazy, you know, so like now I only talk to conversation pieces. I used to live life in the fast lane, you know, but people kept honking and flashing their brights, you know, flipping me off. So had to move over. You know, life's a party, too. Life's a party. That's my motto. Life's a party. But, like, I lost the address. I think I'm... But I had this... I went out with this girl that was kind of the earthy type, you know, a mountain mama, granola girl. And she'd always say, you know, like, wow, like, I found my mind up in the mountains. You know, she stole it from a squirrel. Then we went to the prom and she came in this down-filled formal. And it went with the hiking boots, so. And her name was Sunbeam, you know. I said, what are you, a fucking toaster? She kicked me with her hiking boots, leaving a permanent dent in my butt. But, you know, like, she's living up in San Francisco now, like, in a garage somewhere, like, making pottery and saving the whales. And I think, like, 5 more whales, she gets the iron. Not sure. I gotta go. Because I forgot why.
Okay, well, we hope you enjoyed that little bit of me and the set from Dave Schuber. Thank you to Dave for allowing us to record him back in those days. He is no longer in the business, but it was a real pleasure having him around as an opening act in the early 80s. Right now, we're going to take just a minute to appreciate our sponsor, DR Design. So after this, we come back with some more stories and a great little bit from Dana Carvey. So stay tuned.
This episode's sponsor is DR Design and Remodel, flooring, tile, carpentry, and more. Located in beautiful Elk Grove, California at 10461 Grant Line Road, just off Highway 99 near Sacramento. They do amazing bathroom and kitchen remodels, from design to construction completion, totally professional in every way. Their showroom features beautiful fixtures, a wide range of flooring, and design ideas to boggle the mind. Their on-site design staff will guide you through to see your dream home come true. So call DR Design and Remodel at 916-269-0451 to set an appointment or visit their showroom today. We want to thank DR Design and Remodel for being our sponsor.
Great. Welcome back. We have some more interesting stories for you and a little bit of comedy music from a star that everybody knows, Mr. Carvey, in just a couple minutes. But I wanted to share a couple more quick stories. There was a time I was in Hollywood. I was meeting Larry Miller and a couple of entertainers, and me and my partners, Bob and Mac, had gone to the premiere of a movie called The Jerk. That's right. It was one of Steve Martin's early movies and successes, and we happened to be in Hollywood when it was being released, and it was the opening night, and we were able to get tickets and go to the show. But what made it a little extra special and a little unique when you talk about a little flash of celebrity is that after the movie, we were sitting out front on the corner, and there's crowds everywhere as people are exiting the movie. And standing right next to me, in a wig, a hat, dark glasses, was Steve Martin. And it was so interesting because he'd gone incognito to the opening of the movie to see how it did. Now, I have had my time with celebrities, and I'm certainly not one to bother them when they obviously didn't want to be bothered. So I didn't say anything. We didn't have any interaction. But I did want to share that story because it was kind of interesting that he had come out to see the opening of his own movie and judge the crowd response, which, by the way, was great. A very funny movie. And, of course, everybody knows Steve Martin and all his fame and fortune. Another story that's kind of interesting that you might enjoy is that I was a regular guest at the Comedy Store on Sunset Boulevard. I would go down on several different ways. I was just an audience member a few times. I was brought down as a producer, and there were showcases for me arranged by Mitzi Shore, the owner of the store. And the comics would often invite me in to see them and hang out after their sets. But on one particular occasion, I had another little brush with fame. We were there as guest of Gary Shandling, and Mitzi had put us in a booth right up to the right side of the stage, and I had a little entourage with me. There was a couple young ladies, one of my partners and I, and we're all sitting, and Gary was on stage. Now, this was really rude of me at the time, but I knew Gary's act backward and forward. He'd worked for me for a couple of years at that point, and so impolitely, we were chatting a bit at our booth. I don't think we were interrupting Gary, and we certainly weren't interrupting the audience that we thought. But all of a sudden, I hear this shh. really loud, obvious shush. And I kind of look up and I look over, and the booth next to me, there's this older woman looking right at me with this death glare, and she's going, shh, and just making very emphatic. And it was Joan Rivers. It was hilarious, embarrassing, and funny all at the same time. Joan Rivers was shushing me because she was there to see Gary and hadn't seen the set a bunch of times and felt I was being disrespectful, which I guess I was. But my brush with fame was Joan Rivers shushing me at the Comedy Store on Sunset while Gary Shandling was on stage. It was a moment I'll never forget. All right. Well, I think we're ready for some more comedy. I have a real treat for you on this show. One of our early acts performing regularly at the club starting in 1980 and 81 was Dana Carvey. He had just moved out from Missoula, Montana, and he was based out of San Francisco. And Dana, as you all know now, but even back then, was a very, very talented person. Not only did he have a great comedy set and a great way of doing impressions, but he was quite a musician. And what a lot of people don't know is that he and his brother had a band. And on one occasion, we had an opportunity to not only book Dana, but Dana and his brother and their band, which included a couple backup singers. And they came up to the club for a whole week and performed every night. And this set you're going to hear right now is Choppin' Broccoli, which at this point is a pretty famous song. But I want to remind everybody, this is in 1983 to 1986, where he did Choppin' Broccoli on the Saturday Night Live show and made it famous. So 3 years prior to him being on Saturday Night Live, he and his brother and their band performed this song live on stage. And I think you'll enjoy it. So ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy a live version from Dana and his brother's band of Choppin' Broccoli. Take it away, Dana.
Aren't rock stars some of the most obnoxious people on the planet? Rock stars always act like they're pissed off they have to use a microphone, right? She said, let's see. She said, sit. She said, fuck you. Sit. I just want to walk up to one of those guys and go, excuse me, you're not that cool. It's the world's coolest rock star. There's a lady I know. She's a lady I know. She's a lady I know. There's a lady I know. If I didn't know her, if I didn't know her, I didn't know her. She'd be the lady I didn't know. And my lady went downtown. She bought some broccoli, and she brought it home. And she's chopping broccoli. She's chopping broccoli. Well, she's chopping broccoli. Choppa broccoli. She choppa broccoli. Well, she choppa broccoli. Choppa broccoli. Break it down. Cha-cha, break. Cha-cha, break. All right. Guitar solo. Okay, it's just a band. I'm pissed. Thank you. All right.
Wow, nobody could do music and comedy like Dana Carvey, I got to tell you. Hey, one last little story, and then I'll let you go. That song, Choppin' Broccoli, was performed by Dana and his brother on our stage in 1983. And as everybody knows, in 1986, he was offered a job on Saturday Night Live, and that really thrust Dana into fame and fortune doing television and movies and more. And I just wanted to share one last little story. Dana happened to be working the club in 1986, and it was a Thursday night, and he had gotten a phone call from Saturday Night Live offering him a chance to come to New York and be on the show. And what was really cool about it was he got that call while at the club condo, and then he did his set, didn't say anything, and then after the show, we met at my house. We had a couple drinks and got into the jacuzzi, and we're sitting there, and Dana tells me, man, Scott, I just got this call from Saturday Night Live. They want me back in New York next week. This is a great opportunity. And he was sharing it with me, and it was just happening right then. And what was interesting for me was that Dana, as talented as he was nervous and excited about the opportunity to perform in New York. What was really exciting was Dana was sitting with me in a jacuzzi over drinks and sharing with me the excitement of just getting this phone call from Lorne Michaels and Saturday Night Live with an opportunity to perform back in New York and be a regular on the show. And it was just the energy, the excitement. And poor Dana, he was so excited and at the same time scared to death. This was a huge opportunity, but a lot of pressure. And this was a young guy out of Montana that had just been performing in the San Francisco and Northern California area. And he had been noticed. And here he was getting an opportunity from Lorne Michaels to perform on really the nation's top comedy television show at the time, Saturday Night Live. And I was able to share that moment with him, and that'll forever be in my memories. Well, we hope you enjoyed the show, the comedy sets, and a little stories about some of my brushes with fame. Thanks for joining us for this episode. Remember to keep listening, go online and rate them, and please share our podcast.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Stand-Up Comedy, your host and MC. For information on the show, merchandise, and our sponsors, or to send comments to Scott, visit our website at www.standupyourhostandmc.com. Look for more episodes soon and enjoy the world of stand-up comedy. Visit a comedy showroom near you.